Welcome to WWCB3, the official podcast. I'm joined with Jesse Jones, videographer and graphic designer. JJ Edits, big shout out to the sponsor.
Nice for Josh.
Sam Price, photographer, and Ryan Davis, merchandise team leader.
I've done the least amount of things with merchandise anyway. I didn't touch merchandise.
Who's your team assistant then?
I swear to you, I'm having deja vu, boys.
I just want to give a big shout out to the sponsors. So we got Reinvigorate Group, Magic Lofts, Rivermouth Productions, Sem's Medical, and Jenko's Driving School. Is there any others?
JLF Hamer and Sons, paint and decorating firm.
Yeah, and Sam's firm. So doors open 5 o'clock Saturday for the third event. It's going to be the biggest one yet. Fight starts 6 o'clock and we've got 16 fights on the card, so we'll see you all there. Let's get started with the fights and give our predictions then, lads. So a slobber knocker to open the card, Sam Ali versus Nielsen Smith. What's your thoughts on that, Jess?
Well, it's your typical Euro cabs driver versus typical former rugby player type fight.
Yeah, that's about right. Sums it up perfectly, I think.
That's got to be the least flattering picture of all the pictures, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is that when he's breathing out?
I think he's just done a round with Lamsey.
Lucky they got his head on
Why
this
didn't you
one.
just do it before you fucking sparred?
He's either
I
Ford
forgot.
Lambs. He's either Ford Lambs. He was just ate a fucking full grapefruit. He's about to plug it out his arsehole.
So Sam, how do you see this one going now?
Nielsen for me. Only because he's trained very hard. At the start, I didn't think so much. When he first started sparring, I didn't think it was much shape to him, to be honest.
Well, he's never boxed before in his life, so...
No, even after a couple is what I'm saying. I didn't see any improvement coming from him. He proved me wrong the last couple of weeks. He's come on leaps and bounds the last couple of weeks. I thought, out of everyone there, he's definitely most improved.
Yeah, no, I think I agree
for
with
me,
that.
I think...
Do you give Sam Ali a chance?
He could knock him out in the first round, I suppose. He's bigger than him. He's got that first round to get one of those big punches in, but I think if it goes past the first round, he's got no chance.
I see it going, Sam coming out, swinging. If Nielsen can soak that up for the half of the first round, I think Nielsen stops him in the first round. I can see it being over inside a round.
I think he'll scrape through the first round, Sam. Even if he comes out swinging, I think he'll still do the first round, but I think it's only son and he'll probably stop in a second. I think Sam haven't, well, don't know if he's been training a lot outside of this, but...
he works a lot of shifts on the taxis, doesn't he, so...
Yeah, but I'm not saying he might, perhaps he goes running or whatever, I don't know what he does outside, but
He's confirming me he's done absolutely nothing.
Here we have it then, he's done nothing, so I can't see it passing the second round.
Do you give Sam a chance, Jess?
I do give him a puncher's chance, only because of Nielsen's inexperience. Obviously, both of them are inexperienced, and that's what makes white collar events so interesting. Nielsen Smith, he's a good boy. Obviously, one of the major things that we haven't spoken about. He's the day after the event would be his mother's birthday. So he's obviously got a lot of motivation. That was his motivation to actually start the event.
He says that in the programme as well.
It's a little plug there. Read the
programme.
Read the programme. Fine print there, right? But yeah, no, I my prediction. I think Sam Ali will come out. Well, I haven't even seen him spar, so I don't even know if he will come out. He might freeze up.
He can
he?
Yeah, he went in with Lamsey. He went in with Alex Lewis, the bomber. Alex Smith, as you call him.
Alex Smith.
And he went in with him, and he was basically Alex's punch bag. He didn't throw nothing. He just sort of sat in the corner, and then he came out to that. Ryan Trow had a chat with him. He went back in then against Lamsey, and he was 10 times better. So if he had turned up to a few more sessions, he probably would have been half decent.
Yeah,
but
he could have been the next Cash Ali.
It could have been.
Or the next Muhammad Ali.
I think Muhammad Ali's pushing it. Cash Ali. Maybe he'll bite Nielsen on the night. Maybe.
Yeah. I've seen his gnashes, though they're not up to scratch. They're not up to scratch. No. But no, I know my prediction for this one, boys. I haven't seen anything of Sam, but I know he hasn't trained. Lovely boy, freaking one of the funniest boys on the card.
Yeah, he's great.
But hell of a character. But
biggest character on the card, I think.
He's one of the biggest characters. Lovely boy. But if I had to predict, I'd have to say
that's what it's all about.
Either Nielsen stops him in the first round, or he don't come out for the second round.
So yeah, so you
That's
got
right.
Nielsen. I got Nielsen first round.
Yeah,
First round stoppage, I
I'd
think.
say first round.
End of first round stoppage.
What end of the first
Second
round?
for me.
Greg Hart will carry him for the first round, Sam, and then Nielsen will get the finish in the second.
So we're unanimous with the Nielsen knockout then.
Yep.
I don't think we get that a lot in this programme.
No, we're usually mixed, don't we? Yeah.
There's a lot of people that actually went for Sam Ali in the poll.
Yeah, well that's his
About
friends.
40%. A lot of people like Sean
What
Wood, I seen Sean Woodford voted for him.
Sean's coming down, he's a regular at these events. He's
Regular
great.
WWCB fan.
Yeah, he is. We'll have to do an interview with him.
I know. Shout out to Sean Woodford.
Yeah, Sean Woodford and the boys, big shout out.
Big shout out.
Next fight then, Lewis Roberts takes on William Murphy. So-
Yeah, let me have a look.
I'll start off with Ryan then, because Ryan hasn't really given his much of his-
I haven't been here much, but so I can't comment on most of these. Obviously, some of mine know more than others.
I'm going to turn the
No
page
end-
on this
no,
one.
I know,
no
but,
anything via the pictures, right? I'm like, what do you think of Lewis's tash here? Is that,
Well,
is
he
that a
did
fight
say-
in tash? Is that a fight
I-
in,
I
is that a
did-
fight in 1800s tash, right?
I would mention that Lewis looks more scary than Will Murphy.
He's a
So
nasty, like.
He looks like the John L. Sullivan of that day.
he looks like he would take his head off.
So
in
we're
a-
going
in
by
a pinch
looks,
ride.
you're going to go Lewis then?
I will go Lewis on looks. Yeah.
Points or
Good looks or
Round three.
Scary looks.
Round three.
via
Ref
looks?
stoppage. Via looks.
I think Will get the job done. I think it's a bigger ring than what he's been in down the gym. Obviously the ring down the gym is quite small. On the night it's going to be a lot bigger. I think Will's got good footwork. He's a lot longer than Lewis with a jab. I think he'll just skip around and jab his head off for 3 rounds. Lewis is fast, he hits hard. So if Will does freeze and the crowd does get to him and he doesn't move as well as he has in sparring, Lewis could easily knock him out, easily. But I think if the best version of Will Murphy turns up on the night, I think he wins on points.
What I've only ever seen Will spar once, and that was like quite towards the start of the training camp, and that was against Davies. And
Tough against Dab. Dab's very good.
Davies obviously one of the better fighters, one of the better lighter fighters, but watching Will, I didn't really see a lot of power.
No.
I seen a lot of good movement there and throwing the jab out, but that doesn't win white collar boxing matches.
No,
it doesn't usually. And Lewis, from what I've seen, is really fast, and he's strong.
Yeah.
And
He could stop Will.
He goes in and puts pressure on people. And
Can he
got
last 3 rounds, Lewis? Or?
The thing you see with these fights
But-
as well, like, not like all the rest of them.
That's what I'm saying with this prediction. If I'm just looking at both of them spar 1 or 2 rounds each, I'd have to go with Lewis on a stoppage.
On the
If he can
nights
stop it.
as well, you see these boys, like they come out 50 times more than they have done in sparring as well, on the fight night.
Oh,
You-
it does get a bit scrappy.
Once you watch and like sparring, you think, they haven't.
They forget everything they've learned.
And on the
in
night,
sparring.
then they just go at it. And I think if Lewis does go at it,
It's a 6-minute street fight for some of them.
yeah, that's literally what it is. Yeah, and I think
Some of them do. Yeah.
I think if Lewis goes at Will, I think he'd struggle. But if he doesn't and he goes to a boxing match, I think Will wins it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Will,
That's
if
what
Will,
happens.
Yeah.
if Will sticks to the game plan, he can win.
Yeah.
He can outbox Lewis, but it's just whether he
But I
gets involved in that street fight. Because if he does, then
He's in trouble then. Yeah,
trouble,
100%. I agree.
He's a nice boy as well. And
Yeah,
sometimes
I mean,
that can be quite
Yeah.
costly.
can.
He might, because I've seen with the weigh-ins, very nice and thing. They might go in and Will might just play a little jabbing contest, and Lewis might just catch him.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's an interesting one.
I think
It is
that's
an interesting one.
That's how it goes. If Lewis comes out swinging and Will starts talking them punches up, it won't go past the second probably. Otherwise, if it goes boxing match,
If Will just switch,
jabbing
if,
match.
If Will just
Will's-
switches his mind and really puts on a clinic in those rounds, he should win the fight. But Lewis is
So we
strong.
saying Will's the better boxer technically,
Yeah,
but Lewis
yeah.
is
They're
is
strong.
Lewis
Yeah,
Lewis
yeah.
gets inside well as well.
Yeah, he
Like
does.
and he does it. He's got
He's
a really
got
fast,
really fast hands.
Yeah,
got
he's
really
quick,
fast
yeah.
hands. And that will struggle. That will make Will struggle, I think.
Unless Will uses the ring. See,
Yeah.
if Will uses our ring, he knows the
He
ring.
could-
He
I know
can
that
step
he
off in
just-
these
I know I
punches.
watched him fight Davies, but I'm saying you can't really put
Davies
Davies. Once the
Davies,
reach,
yeah.
he's the longest. He's so long.
And he's had all those weeks
It's
before
really-
Will as well.
Will couldn't use his strength against Davies, so I think it's
Does he
you
just
can't really.
hardly wears?
Yeah, Josh Davis. I mean that's where I thought he looked really
he did
good.
look good, didn't he?
Yeah, he
He's
looked really
come
good.
on. He has come on. Yeah,
Will.
Yeah, Will 100%. And he's such a nice guy.
He's a lovely guy.
He
They all are really.
They're all
Yeah.
brilliant guys.
great.
Yeah, really good.
Moving on then, guys. So Tinnicker and Cindy. So, I mean, I think regardless of the result, both of these women are winners. They've both been there pretty much every session. I think count on one hand how many both of them have missed.
I don't think I've ever been there without one of them.
Yeah, and you know, both of them are very, very hard workers when they are there as well. None of them are slack off, you know, so 100%. Both of them are winners regardless. But how do you see the fight going, boys? Ryan, what do you think?
I think Tinnicker has been holding back in sparring, personally. I think on the night she will let loose those fists of fury, and I think it'll be round 2 ref stoppage. I ain't saying KOs, I don't think anyone will get KO'd. I think if there's any stoppages, it's going to be the ref stoppage. But I think round 2, I think first round will be fireworks and swinging mental, and then second round I think Tinnicker the ref will see enough flag.
I'll jump in there just because I got similar views to Ryan. I think Tinnicker, I think younger, she's a bit stronger. I think she'd be a bit too much for Cindy on the night. But I think again, Cindy has come on a lot. When she first was sparring, you know, she didn't know, like, you know, you could punch in the face and stuff. She just wasn't aware, like, and she didn't like it at the start, and I was a bit worried, I'll be honest. And I thought, she's not going to go through with this, but she's come on. In the next sparring session, and she's taken shots to the face, and she's just accepted them, and she literally
has taken little bits along the way.
She's impressed me, Cindy have.
Yeah, because she's very good now.
Yeah, and not just through sparring, like, you know, fitness wise.
Well, she's lost something like 3 stone, I think, or 4 stone.
But she never stops. Like the other day, like the last training session, they were doing the runs up the hill and stuff, and you could see her in there. She didn't want to do it, but she done it. She didn't stop.
She's awesome.
You know, she's watched the other ones run up before or whatever. The fitter ones, younger, half her age, some of them, and some of them half her age. On that, there's 20-year-olds here, but she's only 40, isn't she? 20-year-olds here, yeah. Anyway, moving on. She does do exactly the same. If the youngsters do 5 runs updale, she'll do the 5 runs updale. Might not be the same time, but she does them.
Yeah, she gets
mentally strong.
Yeah, but I just think
that's why I think Cindy will win, because she's mentally very, very strong. She never knows when she's beat. She keeps going. I just think this fight, they've sparred quite a lot, and although Tinnicker had the better of the early spars where Cindy was a bit hesitant about getting hit in the face and things like that, her and Ryan Trow worked on a few things, and she's much better. The spars are a lot more even now, and I think on the night, coming into the 3rd round, both are going to be knackered, and it's whoever wants him or whoever wants to bite down on the gum shield. I think Cindy's already proved that she's willing to do that, so I'm going to go Cindy on points. Maybe even a late stoppage. I think she's fitter, I think, personally.
Yeah, I watched a lot of the footage back. Obviously, I made the promo, and there was a lot of footage of Tinnicker and Cindy in the sparring. Yeah. And I watched the first set of videos I done with them, because it was Kelsey sparring Cindy, and then it was Cindy sparring Tinnicker.
I think she's come on since then. That first sparring session was a real eye-opener.
Yeah, and she was like, wasn't like, I remember her down the gym at the start, she didn't like getting punched in the face, and I remember Troy was like, come on, this is what it's all about. She didn't really obviously understand the whole sport, obviously. But her grit and determination, obviously she's been going down that gym every 6 o'clock every morning with Anthony Trow. She's been putting ridiculous. She's based her whole life around this camp. That you can't say a lot of people have. No. There's Nathan Hewins. There's a couple of others who have based their life around this camp, and she's probably the best who's built it around. And I remember watching her spar 4 or 5 weeks later, and Tinnicker was turning. Remember, like Lee Fly was like in the last one, where big boy, but he was turning a little bit, and I seen Cindy was throwing combinations and she was turning. So that made me really think like she's actually really coming into herself a little bit here now. Still, obviously, what I thought. No finished project. But on the other hand, I honestly don't know how it's going to go. I'm really split between them both. But if I had to go with something, I'd say it's going to be a real struggle for them both to get through the 3 rounds. It's because they're both they're non-stop, and they
punchy.
Yeah, Cindy keeps going and going, and with Tinnicker, she's a workhorse as well.
They're going to be swinging from the first bang.
I think it'll be quite tentative. throughout some parts of the fight. Yeah.
When they need a breather.
Because when they need breathers, because
Yeah.
I seen that in the sparring,
Yeah.
they were like, obviously
They
they
back off, get breath, and they just
yeah,
go in again.
Of course, yeah. They're real. Obviously, they're novices to this. They
I think that's out of respect
Yeah.
as well.
it's out of respect.
Yeah,
as
they
well.
can see. Yeah, they can
But I
see
think
one of them.
when the crowd goes, I think Cindy's going to go for her. And I
Yeah.
think once she sees Cindy going for her, Tanika will know when to step herself up then. But I honestly don't know how I was going to go. If I had to go there, I'd have to go with Tanika, I think. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cindy stops her as well.
Yeah, I think Cindy got a game plan that she's been working on with Ryan. Obviously, he's in the red corner.
Who's there? Cindy's in the red.
Cindy's in the red. And when she worked on this particular plan with Ryan, she then sparred with Tanika, and she had, that was the most success I've ever seen her have. You know, when she was doing this. So I think with Ryan in her corner on the night and Anthony Troll there potentially as well, I think that she's gonna be well equipped
She
to
will excel more
make
than
it
what she
difficult for Tanika, and I just think she's got a really good chance. So yeah, I'm gonna go Cindy, but
So we're gonna go see you,
it's a close
Cindy.
fight.
I'm gonna go.
so C3 Tanika,
Tanika.
but it's close, isn't it?
really
You know, it's close.
But
It's
like
whoever
Jesse
wants
said,
it
I'm
more.
really looking forward to it, actually.
Yeah.
Really looking forward to that fight, just to see how much grit Cindy puts into that fight.
It is one of those fights
And
that
obviously-
everybody wants to know who's going to win, isn't it? Let's be
Yeah.
honest, probably all of them.
Yeah.
Next one then, boys. Matthew Dixon takes on his good buddy Anthony Hatch. A few weeks ago, I think I only seen one winner to this fight. I think Hatchie was streets ahead of Dixon. But then about 2 weeks ago, I seen Dixon in the ring spar. I can't remember who he sparred in, but he looked really, really good. But that was only one round. I think if he can sustain that sort of performance for 3 rounds, he's got a good chance of beating Anthony. But if he's only got that sort of round in him for the first round, I think Hatchie will pick him off second and third, and I think he could stop him as well.
In training, like Dixon, I haven't seen him go more than a round. He always just stops.
Is that because of nerves or you know,
Confidence issues.
confidence?
I remember,
Yeah.
I remember seeing him
Maybe
with
it's
Stu.
confidence,
I remember seeing him. I've only ever seen him spar one round, and I was against Stu.
He said he found
Yeah,
that
you can't
difficult
take it
the
off
other
that,
day.
you know what I mean?
And I think it was a lot of confidence in getting in there for that round.
Yeah.
Obviously, it was against Stu. There's no doubt. But
He just looked good the other day, and I think before I seen that, I thought I had no doubt in my mind Hatchie would beat him. But after seeing that, I think Dixon will win the first round.
you got to remember, it's a bit like Sam McIntyre and Anthony Davis. They're such friends. They know each other inside out. So there's no like serious fear going in. It's
Yeah,
obviously
yeah.
It's the fear of
Fear of
the
losing.
crowds.
Yeah.
It's the fear of losing. It's the fear of the crowds. But it's
not fear of the
it's
opponent.
not fear of the opponent. And
Yeah.
I think Dixon will surprise people.
I
But
know, I agree.
I've seen a lot more of Hatchie, and to be honest, I can't really comment on this fight because I've not seen much of the sparring. I've only seen Hatchie spar Stu, and I've seen Dixon spar Stu. There's only a round a piece, and I've seen him training and that.
So let's give a prediction. I'm going to go Hatchie with a late stoppage, but I think Dixon could be ahead on points at the time.
I think Hatch round 3, ref stoppage.
I'll go. I like Dixon because I'd lift down with him, nice boy. I lift down with him from the way in's nice boy. I'll probably go Hatchie, stoppage, round 2.
Driving weren't that good, but was
Round
it?
2. Oh, it's
I'm
brilliant.
gonna go
Brilliant, right?
Anthony Hatch as well.
Wow, we've agreed on all.
Only because I just think I haven't seen Dixon
Yeah, like
do
Josh
3
said.
straight rounds.
Like
I'm not
Josh-
saying he haven't got it in him. Perhaps he just
could
doesn't want
easily
to go
shock us,
into.
yeah.
He could easily win because he has come on as well. I know they've all had 8 weeks and they go, well, come on a bit, but he's come on as well in the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
But I think Anthony.
I think the
Hatch
pressure's off Dixon. I think Hatchie knows everyone
thinks
fancies him
yeah.
to do the job, so he's going in there carrying all the pressure. You know, a lot like Sam McIntyre did in the last event, where everyone thought he was going to win. I know towards the end of the camp there was a few.
Everybody thought he was gonna win.
Well, the majority did.
Sam-
I mean, just
Sam,
look
I
at him.
did call
Look
out
at him.
that.
He's an
I
animal.
said Anthony Davis as well.
Yeah, alright, but I mean, people outside the bus slot, people who are not in the gym
many
every day,
people,
you look at them both and you think, how can Sam lose?
That was one person though that really
But Sam
impressed me.
Sam
was
beat
Anthony,
himself in that fight. Andy put on a brilliant performance, but
Yeah.
Sam beat himself in that fight.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I don't think it's the same Sam from the last one as we see him now.
For Christ's sake, Sam, this is about Matthew Dixon and Anthony Hatch.
We'll get to that.
Right, let's move on then. Returning crowd favourite, Craig Lamsey Barrington. Obviously got a big fan club. Everyone loves Lamsey.
In spoons especially.
But yeah, he's taking on young Dylan Jones. I think Dylan beats him, personally. I think Dylan he's fit. I mean, I watched him do 3 rounds. He's only turned up half a camp. I watched him do 3 rounds the other week and didn't even break a sweat. So he moved really well. He threw combinations. I think the old Lamsey, when I fought Tyler, I'd probably be heading towards Lamsey, but I think he spent too much time in Wetherspoons eating chicken and rib combos, and I think that'll tell on a night.
He's in the gym all the time.
No, he's not.
Since
he's been engaged,
he's mentally training all the time. Every time I go on Facebook, he's like at the VKM.
Then now, last few weeks,
kickboxing,
yeah. But at the start of camp, when he was, he just
seen him all
recently
the
got
time.
engaged.
Let's be honest, it doesn't matter how many chickens he has, he's going to keep going for 3 rounds. Let's be honest.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
what I'm-
I think
you go
it's
3
a more
rounds,
laboured
it's
it's a more laboured
There's no
3
way to
rounds.
stop.
There's no end to quit.
I reckon he could do 30 rounds.
Yeah, but if you look at him from the first event to
You
this
want him to
event,
get
it's very
knocked the
laboured.
fuck out.
Until someone says, oh look, you got to stop now, man.
Can't see out of both your eyes. He's going to keep going.
You can walk until you fucking drop. But at the end of the day, he's not throwing with as much intensity.
Yeah.
He's not throwing with as much power as he was in the last time because he's not as fit. He'll keep going because he doesn't know how to stop. He just loves being in there, doesn't he? But it's just not going to. I don't think he'll.
I reckon he
The way
wins,
you
he wins
Tyler-
on points. He
but at the
throws
same
so
time-
many just 1-2s combos, and he does catch people.
He's
I
technical.
watched him in with Davies
You
the other
watch
day.
him, his hands do not drop from
Yeah,
here.
but
but
is Dylan
his hands are up.
Davies?
I'm putting his hands by my face.
Dylan's,
there.
I rate Dylan quite highly.
Is he?
I think if he'd done a
I've
full
not seen him
camp, I think
spar.
he'd be very, very good.
I've not seen him spar around this.
Oh no, he's good. He is good.
He's
Dylan
very
is.
good.
I agree,
I'm going to put Dylan my banker of the night.
Is it?
Yeah, we'll all have one, is it?
Banker of the night?
We'll all have one, is it?
Yeah.
We'll have one chip, we can just put it on the banker and I'll put on
Ah,
Dylan.
damn. I haven't seen my bank that night yet, so
Yeah, no way.
I'll wait.
But mine is Lamsey points.
Yeah. I'm going to go Lamsey points as well.
Yeah, I'll go Lamsey points.
So much experience.
I think
But
Dylan.
the only thing is I'm worried about is his anxieties going into. But
He's done it
hasn't he?
before.
no.
He's done it before, don't he? He
Yeah.
knows what's to come now.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
I think
If it's
Dylan.
his first time, maybe, but
It's
Just
all I'm
'cause
worried-
I think
the
Dylan
only
is
thing I'm-
cool,
Just
calm and
because
collected.
he can last 3
But
rounds, though,
Lamsey's
doesn't mean he's gonna
Think
punish
Lamsey's
Lamsey.
Think
I
of
think you're
Lamsey's
forgetting
too
what
calm and
Lamsey's
collected.
like,
isn't he?
No, I think I've seen the real Lamsey.
Lamsey's a dog.
Now, if like I said, if it was the
But
same
Lamsey
Lamsey that
nearly
fought
got Tyler on his arse back.
Yeah, but this isn't the same Lamsey.
Tyler was seeing stars, thought he'd
This-
done 10 rounds.
This
but-
is a chicken and rib combo loving Lamsey that's not going to get the job done. Dylan is.
Let's
is
be
gonna
honest,
do it.
Tyler was a big boy at the time
Lamsey's
when
going
he
to
sparred as well.
He's going to be well upset.
No, because he got 3 on his side. My buddy Dylan might be upset about it, but I'm going with
But
what
like I
Yeah,
said,
but I've never seen Dylan even
Dylan
spar.
is a good boxer.
Dylan's
He
going
is
to
good.
hurt Lamsey, no chance. And Lamsey's not going to hurt Dylan, I don't think. But I think it'll go to points, I think 100%. And I think Dylan will.
If you think it's going to points, how can you not give it to Lamsey?
Because
think-
punches on the gloves don't count as points, that's why.
Lamsey's the one who has his hands up all the time.
Yeah, and Dylan moves well.
Do you know me trying to take a picture of
It's an
Lamsey? It's
all-
impossible.
it's a really hard one.
I can't take a picture of Lamsey because his hands are up the whole time. It could be anybody.
How did Davies box his head off the other day, Anne? If his gloves are up.
Lamsey got like a 60-foot
He
reach.
was Davies' punch bag the other day.
Oh.
How can he punch if his gloves are
We'll
up? How
see.
can he
Yeah,
punch
because
through?
he
His
thought he was
gloves
out the
were
range
Lamsey's
and he
good,
weren't.
though. Lamsey's good.
Davies is very good, very, very good. I'm not saying Dylan's anywhere near Davies' level.
Next, we all said that one.
I start throwing stuff out.
Alright, but you love Lamsey, fucking hell.
So Lamsey 3 to winner.
Yeah, 3
Yeah.
to 1 Lambs.
Like, winner.
Phillips boys.
Reece Phillips and Jamie Phillips, not any blood relation, just mates.
No brother.
No,
brothers.
Brother from another mother.
Right. No bloodline, just business.
Potentially,
Poster catchphrase.
if Reece Phillips wins and Davies wins.
But
I was
not
wondering what
outside.
the hell I was.
I was very because he didn't even flinch.
I know, I was looking around and I was like, I honestly didn't know who it
I
was.
swear I would have been bragging about that if I was coming out, but...
Fucking hell, Jess.
Fuck.
Don't have caught that on it.
Might have.
Oh, I caught him, yeah.
I've got him in.
Right in the back of the throat a bit, Sam.
I can't do that. My left eye's burning. Is that you?
It's nice, huh?
My left eye just started burning, but...
Am I?
Oh, it's coming
Is it?
over here now. Fucking hell. No way.
I think we had one Bulmer's too much, yes.
That was at KFC last night. It was.
Jesus God, Jess. Jade will know when you've done it now. KFC last night, she put 2 and 2 together, but...
I was at KFC's.
Right, back to business, boys. Back to business.
Start that again.
So, Reece...
You interrupted me.
So, Reece Phillips, I've said to him if he beats Jamie, and if Davies beats Mikey, we might get him to get a interim belt, get a lightweight belt or something like that, and go after.
So this is a contender fight, is it?
Reece Phillips obviously rates his power highly. He said in the programme, I said, what do you think your biggest strength is? He said, my right hook, I catch you with that, you're off to sleep. So he's very confident in his own power. Jamie's a bigger boy, he's been in sparring with the likes of Reece Tarr, with the hard themselves, and he's taking those punches
Jamie
quite easily.
Jamie
Does.
I've only seen him on the bar getting.
Jamie's got a weight advantage. Obviously, Reece has got the speed. I mean, it's a difficult one because has Reece got the power to trouble Jamie?
Yeah.
Do you think you're out there?
Definitely. He's fast, he's lightning.
Yeah,
and he's got massive output with punches.
Very confident as
when
well.
I was editing the promo, like I said before, like.
Did you edit it? I didn't know that.
I know, yeah, like I said.
JJ
No,
edits.
watching all the footage.
JJ edits.
Watching all the footage back, I got loads of Reece Phillips hitting bags. And,
Bags done it back though.
Yeah, boards, like Bruce Lee said, boards done it back. And neither the bags did they, right?
No, they don't.
Or suitcases for that matter. but yeah, just looking at his output, I've not seen him spar.
I've seen him spar.
So do you think he'll
very,
just put-
very impressed.
If he's as good as on the bags, he's in on the old sparring, like, yeah, should be alright.
So you going for a Reece Phillips knockout or stoppage?
Yeah, I think Jamie's gonna. I think Jamie could hurt him.
Yeah.
I think he could really hurt him. He's a big boy, and I've actually seen Jamie spar Reece Tar.
Edited that one.
Didn't see a lot. Yeah, I did that one. Yeah. I didn't see a lot from him in that spot. From what I can remember, it didn't stick out to me. But I remember watching on the bag and thinking, "Fuck, it's hard." He does it hard.
Reece Tar is a big boy,
And if Reece swings a wild one, he
he gets
misses,
caught.
and Jamie can go that opening and can't capitalise, Reece could be in for a world of hurt. But if I had to be realistic, Reece got a big input, big output.
I think he went on points. I do. I think he'll just throw too many. He's fit there. I think think he'll just.
Who?
Reece.
Yeah, Reece has impressed me.
Reece is
I'll be
fast.
honest. Yeah, he's
Can Jamie go?
He's fit. He's fast. He's strong. Jamie's missed the last few weeks.
yeah, he's
Is
been
Jamie,
quiet.
yeah, that's what I mean.
I don't think Reece can knock him out. I think Jamie's been in with big enough boys, and he's taking big shots, and he's not really bad. I think he's
But
fine
is
with
the
power.
output fucking somebody with that?
Oh, the ref could jump. Yeah, but I don't think he's gonna drop him or anything.
Yeah, but
like
you
that.
know the night is different when people
Looking at them in the
Yeah.
weigh-ins as well, they were very friendly.
Yeah, they
it
put
was.
mates, yeah.
Reece was very friendly in that weigh-in. I looking at him, didn't even. They were like laughing. It was like
because if
too laughy. I thought, fucking hell.
Like it ain't gonna be
I don't know
serious.
if we're gonna get much out of this fight.
I think on a night though,
If he's in that mindset of laughing that much of the weigh-ins, like, oh,
It's
yeah.
different when a glove hits your face. Huh?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
But is it going to be an hesitant 3 rounds?
so let's go predictions then.
I'm gonna go Reece Phillips, but on points. I don't think he'll knock Jamie out.
I can't see.
Yeah, I agree. Jamie's the bigger fighter. I think Reece is good at getting in and out. He's quick. I think Reece could outpoint him.
What are you going to Jess?
I'm going to go round 3 stoppage for Reece.
I'm going to go points, Reece.
I think the boys we unanimous again. Wow, interesting one.
So
But then
good
again,
one.
I
Another
wouldn't
good
be
one.
surprised if that, if
A lot
Jamie
of
won.
Yeah, it could
pretty
go
much
the other
all the
way.
fights
Yeah,
are
it
50-50, and do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at all because he's got a massive size advantage.
Yeah.
They were
And if
the
he's
ones who wanted
confident,
to
if
fight
he's
each other.
confident of his power,
Yeah.
Yeah, they weren't matched
I think
up.
Reece is salted to me, to be honest, with his confidence as well. Like when I
Yeah.
speak to him and I
he's
say
very confident.
he's just a confident boy.
Jamie's just quiet in general. He's quite shy.
But he might be confident. He might be
yeah.
he might be a quiet confident.
Well, he hasn't
And if
dropped
he
out.
is-
He's turned up. He's
and if-
ready for it. You know.
And if he is confident, then I think Reece is in
He looks like he's lost quite a bit of weight.
He
Jamie,
obviously,
as
he
well.
obviously thinks he got a chance to win. Otherwise, why would he accept the fight tonight? You know what I mean?
His missus is going to be watching. He wouldn't just take a fight.
Think you're gonna lose? No,
No, he
no.
wouldn't. He wouldn't.
Yeah, I think he could stop him, but Reece, because like you said, if Reece does throw wild, from time to time, and I
Could
just
capitalise, and that could really.
think if
play a
Jamie
massive
bangs a
impact.
right hand, he could easily stop
That
him.
will change the fight
Yeah,
totally.
we've seen it happen with Spooney
Especially
and
if it
Bowen.
starts, especially if it's early, he throws a crazy.
Spooney wobbled Bowen. He
Yeah.
caught him over the top. His leg was like Bambi, as Spooney keeps saying. So
Spoon does remind us about that.
does remind us
Yeah.
quite often, and Bowen hates it.
Yeah, he does.
You'll have to listen to it again, yeah.
We'll get on Bowen now, but
So next up then,
Joshua
it's
Davis.
quite a popular fight, this one, because they've both been
Two like
open
boys as well.
about their own mental health battle. So yeah, it's not a fight I want to see either of them lose, really. Again, much
Ryan
like
Durbin, returner.
much like the Tinnicker and Cindy fight, I think they're both winners regardless of the outcome of the actual fight itself. Josh Davis, Ryan Durbin.
I just want to make a point. I'm not feeling that way. I really want to see Durbin lose.
Any reason?
This is why you're here, but to give your opinion across. We would like to know why.
He give you sass one
I
time.
asked him a question about all the charity work he's done, and he ignored he ignored my message, he ignored my answer, and he was just talking to me about dieting. And that really offended me, so I hope Josh Davis cleans him out inside 25 seconds.
Yeah, 25 seconds, that's pretty generous, man.
I mean, again, though, these two...
No, I'm only joking. I like them both. Good boys.
They are good boys.
Durbin is a bit of a character, isn't he? You know, he's a bit like Marmite.
He's a hell of a boy.
Yeah,
Hell of a boy.
So, but I like him anyway.
Yeah, me.
And I think Josh is, well, you know, when he opened up the video, the Let's Talk video, I think that was outstanding. You know, it took a lot of balls for him to open up like that, especially being in the gym, seeing it live.
Such a nice boy.
Was really mad.
Well, he is a nice boy, let's be honest, he is. I don't think he's ever offended anybody in his life.
I've met some nice guys, Sam included, but Josh Davis is definitely up there with one of the nicest guys I've ever met, and I think Josh... Definitely, but he's up there.
I'm up there.
You're up there.
Am I up there?
Definitely top 7.
I complimented him on his picture earlier, and he said, "Cheers, mate."
Oh, wow.
Did I put a little on
The way he's got mate.
Well, we're not mates.
Hanging down Ely all this time.
What's it Ely with you? But you know I'm a bloody from St. Melons, but I do have family in Ely, nothing wrong with it.
Nothing wrong with Ely, didn't say that. Don't know where you're getting that from.
Go on, right, what was you going to say?
Yes, you know, I like them both. They're always there. They put 110% in, but I am gonna back Josh Davis.
Points?
Yes, points. I think Ryan Durbin is game opponent. I think it's going to be a very good fight.
Was that down to the sparring session you witnessed?
No, it's just, I don't know. Ryan Durbin is very, how can I say this?
I don't know, right? We don't.
He's very...
Stallion-like?
Yeah,
Open.
I could say that.
Well, going into the last fight, he was lightning on the bags.
Yeah, he did say that, Justin. He was like
He said something else.
Did you see the same this time around, Jess?
Same sort of thing.
He's not the same Durbin as I knew.
Durbin.
He's not.
But he stopped his last opponent in the second round.
Well, that's what I mean. Last camp.
But he only went to one.
Last camp.
He only went to one session, wasn't
Yeah, he was put in with Luke Jones. He didn't come back.
Exactly.
He turned up on the night though. So
he? I think
Last-
Josh has put in work. They both put in work.
There
I think
was
it's
a
going to be a
reason why
very
Luke
good
didn't
fight.
come back.
Very good fight.
reason who didn't come back?
Luke didn't come back.
Remember Luke?
Oh, that was that one who he fought.
Ames.
Sean Eames,
Yeah.
he got put in with a big boy and he didn't like
Just
it.
said that, but
Yeah, we literally just covered this, but.
You've not been listening or what?
Well,
Just repeat what you said.
Can you not hear this on the side of the table or what?
Do you talk about
Yeah, I did. I don't know what you were on about, the big boys. What big boys?
that? In sparring, he got put in.
Who did?
We literally just said that, right?
Sean Eames, he got put in.
With Luke Jones, he just said that.
You did
He's
talk
not
about it, though.
Luke's
I
not
was
a
in
big
my
boy.
own.
They're both the same
Thinking all your
size.
fucking curry tonight, you
No, but Luke was a strong hitter when he. Luke
Oh yeah,
Jones,
he was
strong.
good. He was a good boxer. Yeah, but we're on this fight now, boys. So let's have a bit
The way I see it going, I like both boys. I think the first round is going to be very edgy. Again, they're very friendly. It's going to be edgy the first round. Josh is obviously very fit, but I think Durbin loves a fucking dogfight, and I think if the going gets tough, he's just going to keep swinging. He bites down the gum shield. He's tough. He stays in it. Wherever you put him in with the spar with, he don't give up. He'll never say to you, "That's me done. I'm out." He'll dig deep and he'll just hang in there and try his best.
He's a mentally strong boy.
Yeah,
as much as you have got his serious anxieties and this and that.
confidence issue.
Do you think he'll come down to like mental anxieties? Do you think he'll come down to whoever handles the crowd better on the night?
I don't think on Durbin's side. I think Durbin handles it. He actually excels.
Yeah,
with the
he
crowd.
did last time.
He's one of these boys. He's got this anxiety. He's got this, but he's actually got he's got a confidence that I don't think he even knows about.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah, with Durbin, I think he has got a very hidden confidence. I don't think he knows. I think he excels with the crowd, and I don't know what to say now. Right. Durbin, he's got a very nice confidence about him. But I think he is stepping up with opposition. He's not fighting Sean Eames no more. Eamesy. He's fighting Josh Davis. One of the fittest cards. One of the fittest boys. Cards. No, not cards. Boys. I haven't said it, have I?
Like you tried saying.
Right, sorry boys, we had to just take a short break there. Ryan was just getting another Bulmers in. With Durbsy, he's got a... Boys are getting a bit silly now, isn't it?
Dubesy. What Dubesy, man? Whoever called him Dubesy?
They call him the whole time.
You haven't once called him Dubesy.
Right, hold it together.
Let's know when you're ready now.
It's because we've had a few bullets.
I'm just,
you know.
you
Right,
just
give us-
go, I'm going to put my head over
us a
there.
minute.
Just don't say Dubesy. Like,
2-5. Sorry about that interruption, guys. Ryan was just grabbing a politics. I think I'm
to say I'm going to go.
get off the dock. He's on the edge.
Yeah, it's be 47 minutes and we're not even off.
I
Yeah,
reckon,
got cut some.
I reckon about 20 minutes. so
Right,
that's
you
just-
got your work cut out. Sorry, right.
Right, go on, carry on then.
So yeah, Durbin. I think he's got a very, very confident self. Oh, what the fuck am I talking about now? Boys, I've really fucked.
He's got a
my
confident
head's gone.
self.
So yeah, I think Durbin will be very confident in this one, but he is going up against an opponent that is of a higher grade in my opinion, fitness-wise and possibly technically-wise. So if I had to give my predictions, boys, I think it's going to be Josh Davis, less talk, featurey, on a decision. But I think it'll be a close fight.
I'm going to go Durbin. I think Josh will 100% get 3 rounds, but I think Durbin will have too much.
We'll give you a prediction.
It's a split decision for me. I think
decision?
I think
Only one
Dubesy.
judge, right?
I think Dubesy is
We'll have to give Tony Weeks a ring, boys. Get some extra judges in.
I'm split on my decision is what I'm saying. But I like
The ref just like, I don't know.
I
Crowd, what do you think?
Hold up tomatoes or
don't
peppers.
go down to the big man Conroy if he's stuck.
No, it goes to the webs on the bell, which has been Joseph Turner. So,
Well, we can fucking cut that out, okay? Josh.
he's on the bell this time, so we're alright.
I'm hoping he's in the house. On the fucking bell.
Right, come on then. So
Next,
we go there, Sam. Quick.
Make sure you don't cut that scrotum.
I'm gonna go Josh only because I've noticed Durbin in the last couple of sparring sessions he's just dropping his gloves way too much, and I think Josh will take full advantage of that, and I think he will be catching him in the field. And I think he'll win on points. Josh on points.
Right, next one.
On to Ross, Notorious Wellington, and Chris the Cutter Dixon. Both look mean as fuck in their pictures.
Yeah, you
Don't wanna
fucking-
fight either of them.
You don't want to fucking step in.
Who took all pictures?
I think
Oh, you got
Ross
top
is
off,
gym
so probably
buddy.
you.
Ross is gym buddy took that one. I think you. No, I took that actually on my phone.
Was
That
it?
one, yeah.
Sam took neither.
So that's not good.
He's trying to elude it, he
It
took
was
them.
only because I was gonna say they wasn't that clear.
Ah, right, I see.
I was gonna put
Sam is the
myself
best
down.
photo.
Right, so how do you see it going then, boys? Both again have been very open about their mental health issues and their battles with it. So again, either fighter, I'm happy. I'm happy with whoever wins. I think is.
Definitely.
I must say, two very nice boys again. There's, to be honest, there's no one in the card really that's not very nice. But I think Ross, I think he might be too strong. To be honest,
He's a lot. Well, I don't think he's a lot bigger, but he is bigger.
he is bigger. He hits hard.
I haven't really seen him spar.
He put a video up on.
I see the spot Stu.
How do you do?
It was mid camp and he was giving up a lot. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he,
He's trained. He's fit. He's trained his ball.
He's struggled.
So the last 2 or 3 weeks, I think he's been training his head off.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Chris Dixon's a silent trainer. I think he's been training his tits off as well.
I think Chris.
Because of his anxiety.
Chris works himself up a lot. Once he's in the ring, he's great.
He's brilliant.
He's really good.
Yeah.
When I watch even Ross on the bag, he drops his hands a lot. I think Chris could.
He haven't got a bad job, Chris.
He's shorter, so I think he's going to have to try and work his way in. But he throws quite a lot, and he throws with power. I think it's going to be a good fight. I think if it goes 3, I think Chris might edge it. I'm going to go Chris.
Ross Wellington, we all know he opened up to mental health and very opened himself
Raw.
up and very raw, and it was really emotional for me to listen to because I've been through a lot of the things that he's feeling, going to work every day for your children, this and that, and that's one of my biggest inspirations, and that really opened my eyes up when he spoke about what he's been through, similar to myself. So I really like the boy, and I really want to see him do well, and he has trained really hard the past 2 or 3 weeks. He's obviously got a lot of commitments. He's got three children. He's about to have another one on the way. Fourth on the way.
Yeah.
And but just looking at it, when I watch him spar Stu, Stu is obviously one of the better boys on the card.
If not the
obviously,
best.
if not the best, he's the WWCB champion.
He is the champ.
Almost Sam. Just do name Sam.
Yeah.
But with Ross, he was giving up a lot in sparring, this and that. But I'm assuming, I haven't been in obviously every training session, but I'm assuming that he's probably, Josh will probably tell you, he's probably come on a little bit more in the sparring as the training camp has gone on. But I've watched a little bit of Chris Dixon, a couple of rounds, and very anxious. He's sick before sparring sessions. He's up all night thinking about the fight. He's playing on his mind a great deal, and he has also got mental health problems that he spoke about behind closed doors. And he's a really nice boy. But with Chris Dixon, I think when he gets in that ring, he's very good. He's one of the more underrated shorter guys on the card. He comes in the distance well. He's very strong, and he holds his own with a lot of the other prelim boys that I've seen on the card. So for me, prediction wise, I think Chris Dixon's going to stop him in 2 rounds, possibly one round.
That's a big.
From looking at Ross, I'm hoping he's improved with his confidence in the ring, because when I seen him against Stu, not a lot of confidence there. He was giving up a lot, and I wasn't seeing a lot from him. But I've watched him training on his videos on Facebook, and he looks like well up for it. So
is that your free check for the night then? Everyone has a banker on the night, is that you was?
Possibly. We'll get to the end, and then I'll give my banker.
But
he could potentially be my banker, Chris Dixon. Yeah.
For me, I think Ross is going to show a lot more tonight. I think. Last couple of weeks,
I think he will show.
The last couple of weeks now, I think he's realised he's getting closer to the fight night. I think he knows he hasn't put enough in.
Yeah.
But I think the last couple of weeks now, I think he's stepped his game up, and I think it's going to be a really good fight.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Ross.
I don't blame him. Like I said, he was sparring Stu when I watched him, and Stu is a good operator, a very good operator.
Yeah, it's hard to. When you've never boxed before, to go in there and someone like Stu,
who's that sharp and is catching him constantly, it's an hard one.
It's going to be demoralising.
It's demoralising. I think he was getting demoralised. I think I'm being a little bit harsh with my comments, but I think
Ross will shock a lot of people. I think Chris.
I'm assuming Ross is the favourite. That's why I sort of give my 2 pence on that, because.
Just 2 pence.
Well, it's a close fight. I think they're probably even.
I think just because Chris has put in more, you've seen more of him. He's had more spots.
Ross is naturally the bigger guy.
Chris could severely freeze on the night.
Yeah, and Ross could stop him in round one.
Ross will probably play to the crowd.
Yeah.
Ross will probably have a lot more confidence in that ring than Chris. It's all depending on their mindset.
On the night, yeah.
I think Chris is a scrapper.
Yeah.
I've worked him before. He's a good guy. I like him. Funny.
A lot of time for Chris.
Yeah, very nice boy.
Very nice boy.
A lot of time for them both, really.
Yeah, Ross is good guy as well. Although he looks very scary when you see him up close, because he's a big guy. But yeah.
Right, but he's not to you. He's not to you, right?
No, I get scared sometimes. No, but I think Chris, we've had chats, and I think we've come on with a good game plan. But I think he's going to shock people.
I think
You're going in his
Don't
corner
work
on
it.
the night?
You don't work each other
Ross,
anymore.
you were
You're going in his corner on the
quite
night?
close, you know.
If you want to be in his corner, but I'll have a chat with him. But
How much you offering payment wise?
So wait a minute, what are we saying now?
Bulmers, but you know I'm easy for Bulmers.
I'm going
But
Chris
I think
Dixon.
So you going Chris Dixon, you know?
He's
I
going Chris by stoppage round 1.
No, 2. I'll go 2.
2.
I said it potentially could go to round 1.
Yeah, I think Chris Dixon, either round 2 or 3.
I'm going with Ross. I think he's got a lot more in the bag than you think. I think
He might well have.
I think Ross stops his second round.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a good fight though, a very good fight.
Yeah, it's going to be a sprawl.
I think Ross is very strong, boys.
He is.
I don't think he's shown what he's capable of.
Potentially.
You could be right. Moving on to the second female fight of the evening. Kelsey Smith is now taking on Samantha Williams, who stepped in with a week's notice, which I think is a credit to her.
Yeah.
She's Josh Davis's partner. And I mean, to step in with a week's notice.
Talk to us a little bit about that scenario, Josh. How did it come about?
Well, originally we had quite a few girls show up. I mean, I won't name them, but they dropped out for whatever reasons, personal reasons or whatever else. We then got in an opponent for her that said they were going to come. They then didn't turn up. So we pulled the plug on that. I then spent the next sort of 2 or 3 weeks trying to find Kelsey an opponent. I then found Zara, who was actually in the programme. We had a vest done, we'd done a poster, you done a poster for her, which she was buzzing with. I think it was last weekend then she said, or she put up on Facebook, she's got a thumb injury. So Troy said, right, give it till Sunday to decide whether you're in or out. I think it was on the Saturday.
Ryan took charge of that one, did he?
Pretty much, she just said she's out now, yeah.
How much does Ryan do behind the scenes in terms of that?
I trust him with all the fight does and
does he
things like
deal
so.
with all that type of stuff? The fights and stuff, when it comes to the fighters and that?
What, matchmaking?
Yeah.
No, I do the
You
matchmaking.
do the matchmaking.
Yeah. I think...
Does he have any input on the match?
Of course he
Yeah,
does.
I'd put them together early on, very early on. I'd put them together, and then as time goes on, some people will slot in to place. Some people, some fights are obvious. You look at 2 people, you think that's going to be a cracking fight. Let's make it happen. Others, then I'll message Ryan. I'll say, "What do you think? I got 2 potential opponents for so and so. What do you think?" And then we'll have a chat about it.
I was going to say, 'cause obviously.
But ultimately, yeah, we put the card together, and I have his input because obviously he's down there every session as well.
That's what I mean. I thought he sees a lot.
I attend every. Last camp, I was there every single session, but this time I have had more impact put off Ryan because obviously my missus had a baby, so I was away for a little bit. But I think we've got it right again.
Yeah.
I don't think we've had any severe mismatches in the first 2 shows. I think they've all been really good fights.
I think that's the best thing about this. Every fight is.
Go on, Goose. Go on, Goose.
Yeah, only 1 or 2, like the Goose fight, for example, that they made that themselves. You know what I mean? They wanted to fight each other. 2 boys saying they want to fight each other.
What have you done to implement fighters who haven't? Is there any fighters on this card who haven't been at the gym this time?
Interview mode, you just.
What about like? Do you like when it comes to like Sam now?
Sam Ali.
No.
Sam Williams.
Sam Williams. She stepped in on a week notice. Are you going to take any precautions to watch her spar or anything like that before?
No, she hasn't got time to spar now. It's as simple as that. But she stepped in. She's happy to step in to save the show effectively for Kelsey, because Kelsey's putting it all with. I mean, obviously the ref will be told that she stepped in with a week's notice, and
he'll precaution.
Yeah, if it's very one-sided, he might pull her out before he would pull somebody else.
I don't think she'd step in thinking I'm going to go and win. I think she's stepping in for the cause.
She's super fit.
Win, lose or draw.
And I think she's going to give Kelsey a hell of a fight. She's longer than Kelsey in terms of range. She's fitter than Kelsey.
She's done no training before this, has she? Has she done any sort of boxing
I don't know if she's done any boxing training. See, I haven't really had a chance to speak too much. I've only spoke to her through Josh Davis, who's her partner.
I suppose Josh is doing a bit with her now, I suppose, before.
We'll have her on the pad because they're backstage before she goes out. But like I said, the ref's going to be made aware she's only had a week's notice for the fight, and just precautions will be taken. I don't think anyone's going to be hurt. Kelsey, although she hits hard, I don't think she'll stop Sam.
It'd be safe to say everyone's going Kelsey on this one.
I don't think Kelsey will hit her hard anyway, just because she knows she hasn't had much thing. Kelsey's a nice.
But I don't think we should put that pressure on Kelsey, because I think at the end of the day Kelsey wants to win the fight. I don't think
she should go full throttle.
Yeah, Kelsey should go to try and win the fight.
I'm not saying she shouldn't. What I'm saying is I think
I don't think she will.
She's gone through
I don't
and
think
she can't hold back.
At the end of the day, she's got fans here, the crowd here. I think she should go for it, go for the stoppage. But I think Sam is fit. She's longer. I just think Sam. I think Sam could shock everybody.
He'll definitely go to points, but I think Kelsey with the
boxing, Kelsey's sharp.
With the boxing, she's learned.
I'm gonna go out on a limb here. I'm gonna go for Sam to shock the world.
Shock the world. Wow, the world's watching.
Maybe Conor McGregor one, is it?
Yeah, well, that went tits up. I'm due one. So.
I think as much as Sam is fit, and I think he'll definitely go points, and it'll be a good contest. I think Kelsey's.
I think
she's a pen right now, though, Kelsey. So.
Oh yeah.
Is that the code just because we haven't seen Sam in it?
Yeah,
but
she could be very good.
I've seen enough of Kelsey. I've seen enough of Kelsey to know Kelsey will win.
She's probably done box fit, hasn't she? I know it's not the same thing, but she would have been told how to throw a punch. You know,
she probably wouldn't have took this fight if she hadn't been.
I know, that's what's making me think she could be.
If she's confident in her stamina and she can push the pace, then she's got every chance. But
she's probably so fit, she probably is confident because of her fitness.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
When you're a white collar,
when you're a fit person, you got that mindset.
Because what you see with these white collar events quite often,
stamina wins fights.
Yeah, stamina tends to win. Because both fighters tend to go really fast early on, And in the third round, it's all comes down to who's the fitter fighter. And I think Sam has got that, and I'm going to go for Sam.
Oh, this is a big fight.
There we go.
This is a big fight. Started over a pint in Wetherspoons.
Two monsters.
Rhys Tarr and Lewis Barry. It's quite. I think it's split in the gym really as well. This one, on who's going to win. Personally, I think Rhys will win on point. I think he's a better boxer. Lewis is tough as old boots. He'll be in there swinging, until he's got nothing left in the tank.
He could be battered for 3 rounds and he's still going for it.
Look at that face in that picture, but
He's a nasty motherfucker.
It's menacing.
But he'll be still swinging, for the death, right into the death. But I think Rhys is just a better technical boxer.
Yeah.
Even though he's a bigger boy, he uses the jab really well. He moves really well, and he's strong.
He's very strong.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Rhys, but I don't think he'll stop Lewis. I think he'll win on points.
Yeah, I think Rhys has got all the tools, like his height, his reach. I think he could outbox Lewis potentially, and I think at points I don't think he's going to take Lewis Barry out of that ring, and I think he'll beat him on points. Restart.
Jess, Lewis Barry is quoted to have said, "I'm going to be like Homer Simpson for the first minute of the fight, then I'll take him for a walk and wear his soul like my sister's dress." What do you think of those comments from Lewis to Rhys?
Obviously, he's a crazy motherfucker like myself.
Like myself.
We might even be related. Me and Di Barry did once kiss. No, we didn't. Plus, that's not his father. So but I'm going to give my prediction, boys. Lewis Barry, crazy motherfucker. Really like him. Rhys Tarr, lovely boy, big boy. But if I had to give a prediction, it's either going to be a late stoppage for Rhys Tarr. I think Lewis weighs himself out, and he's a bit turny as well, Lewis. Rhys, I think, will have good confidence going into this fight due to his size. And
He lost quite a bit of weight, Rhys. He's
he?
looking a lot leaner now, yeah. Well, actually leaner, thinner.
8 weeks training, right?
He's
about to lose a bit of weight. You'd be worried
Just
if
got
people started putting weight on.
another quote from Lewis about the weaknesses he sees in Rhys. He said, "Everyone knows Rhys loves Madras on the settee, so I can see him running out of steam. But dare I say his fitness is coming on, and he is a natural born athlete. But make no mistake, I'm going to strangle his bones."
well, we know Sam Price has had multiple madrasses over the past few weeks.
Do you think
of
it
his
helps
camp.
your stamina, Sam? Or?
How do you feel at this current time?
I think if-
because this is what Rhys might be feeling in terms of inside mentally and physically.
I think if
How do you
Rhys
feel?
Tarr could take on a Madras week in, week out, that's a fight done
Why not
himself.
push yourself to win?
Is Lewis Barry more of a coma? Is he a mild?
I don't think he
is he
looks
mild
like a
coma, or is he
coma.
more of
I-
a tikka masala? Or, what sort
Rogan-
of hotness
a
are we
Rogan
talking?
I go Lewis Barry, more of a Jal Frazee kind of guy myself.
Very fiery.
He's actually good.
nice medium.
Another quote here that I think is
Fucking hell,
quite
people want to pay
interesting.
for this, mind.
Well, he's like Conor McGregor. He looks like him in this picture as well. He said, I said, "Do you think Rhys's weight advantage will cause any problems?" "No, he's got a lot of timber resting on his knees, and when the time comes for me to bounce his gums across the ring, he will not be standing."
That's an incredible quote. Incredible.
You should have put that on a
Probably
poster.
Probably his son.
And just a bit of a side note, they both got probably the weirdest fucking entrance songs going, so look out for that on the night.
So,
Can we
give
all
your
say-
prediction then, Sam.
My prediction is Rhys Tarr stoppage third round.
Stoppage. I can't see Barry being stopped. I really can't.
Rhys Tarr's strong back.
Lewis Barry's an
Lewis,
absolute warrior.
Lewis Barry's been in here with all
I
of
think
and
Rhys
he's a
Tarr
zombie.
I think Rhys Tarr will stop in round 2.
Well, we'll see, boys. Only 2 more nights to go.
Yep, next one. Oh, I like
Stefan
this one.
Busby and Nathan Gorey.
Fucking hell, I like
So
it.
Stefan Busby, he called Adam Zach Dean out. Do you think that shows confidence or stupidity? Obviously, Adam's done quite a bit of
Naivety.
boxing.
Yeah, I think so.
But-
as well.
But you never know, he might have been confident at the time, then when he got in there.
He's got a massive right hand, Stefan.
Is he?
Would he
I've
still
not seen him, I've not
He
seen
bust
him,
Rhys Tarr's eye wide open.
I've not seen him spar at all.
Blew up like a balloon, Rhys Tarr's eye.
Stefan, no show Busby.
But Gorey he's learned how to box, hasn't he, Gorey?
I think Gorey he's actually turned into a little boxer.
I can see it going 2 ways, Stefan by knockout or Gorey on points. I can't see any other outcome.
Proper
I can't see-
knockout or?
Stefan, yeah, maybe even a proper
Gorey's
knockout.
got a good chin.
He have, and I think that's what will help him. He's been in there with Sam
Plus these boys
McIntyre,
have sparred multiple times together, as I've heard.
Yeah.
and they've all been good spars.
Yeah, very good. Yeah.
Very good. So,
I 100% agree with you when you said it'll either be a Busby
okay, stoppage.
stoppage or it'll be Gorey on
So what are
points.
you going for?
You know Busby a long time, a nice boy, very nice. But I think,
singing.
well, I've known Busby since I was about 12, I've known him for years. But I think Gory's put so much effort in. I think he's just turned out to be a really good boxer, like you said. He's very good. And I just think I see personally myself as a Gory.
Does he knock another tough out? That's that. He could just knock someone's tough out.
Gory on points, I think. I think
Gory's
taking a lot of big hits off other people, like Sam
McIntyre.
Sam, yeah.
Main event.
They're just as strong as Busby.
But I'm going to go Gory on points.
Yeah.
What?
Nobody's fucking getting into that juicy bit.
Gory's knocked out Sam McIntyre's tough. That's what Jesse wants everyone to know.
There's a quality little story.
Sam did say it was loose and it was bothering him. Don't know.
So done him a favour then.
Yeah. We should call him the dentist.
Yeah. Nathan the dentist, Gory. So what's your prediction then, Jess? So me and Sam are both going Gory on points.
Just purely because I haven't watched Busby spar. I'm going to go with Gory points.
I'll say Gory points as well.
Good job.
Unanimous decisions, yeah. But Busby could easily stop.
I think it's all down to
I think we could all agree.
Show.
Getting towards the main card here now. Well,
this is the main card.
Yeah, probably is the main card. Well,
starting fight the main card. It's the last 5 minutes.
I don't know the Gory and Busby's big fight. I don't know Lewis.
That's a fight. That's an exclusive fight prelim.
Is it?
Anyway, that's what it's like in UFC.
UFC pass like.
You get to the end and it's an exclusive fight prelim.
Oh, is it?
Main event prelim.
Right, Mikey was originally going to fight Rob Powell, but he's now taking on Davies Matthews.
And a potential eliminator for the lightweight championship
of the world.
Of Wales.
Slash up.
So how would you see it? How would you see it going then?
I think it's a fight that I probably the one I'm most looking forward to, if I'm going to be honest. But I haven't. The only thing is, Mikey's brilliant. He trains really hard. Mikey does, and he's got brilliant output on the bags. Very fast, very aggressive style. What I've seen on the bags is Josh Conroy said, done it back. So
neither do suitcases.
And I've seen neither do suitcases. Neither does
Hold
empty
balls.
bottle of Bulmers across some places for wet.
Is anybody in there brave
whoa.
enough? That's what we want to know. Is anyone in there brave enough?
A kid wasn't.
Yeah, so he's done a bit of boxing with.
Who's this now, Mikey?
Mikey, yeah, he done a bit of sparring with a boy who's done quite a lot of boxing, had a few fights himself.
Wait, down there like?
Down there in training, yeah, he come out to help out. And he struggled really. I don't know whether that boy was just too sharp, but I don't think Rob Powell is the right fight for Mikey at this time. I think Rob will be too strong.
Rob's had a lot of experience as well.
Exactly.
And he's
whereas Davies is very much an up and comer.
Mikey, with one or two white collar matches, he could really come into himself.
Yeah.
What he's showing in the training, he could really promote.
But I think now this is a big chance for Davies to take that next step up, because I mean, if you asked Davies a year ago, could he see himself?
Would he be going for a second win? Like?
Yeah, he laughed in your face because he didn't think he could fight as well.
To be honest, I think I would have laughed.
But now he's one of the best boxers on the card.
I fucking laughed at you.
No, but only because Davies, right? Don't like the last one. And compared to
I've always known
now,
Davies was a born champion.
You know a lot more than I do, to be fair though.
His jab, he uses it when he's starting. The more he's training, the more he's learning how to use it, how to box, with the jab or behind the jab, I should say.
When I watched him fight Chris Bristow, he was in and out and he was doing really well.
He's literally 50 times better than where he was in the last camp.
Yeah,
I'd say 60.
60.
But this is a huge step up from Rob the Killer Callan.
Yeah.
The Stone Cold Killer Callan.
Well, that's a big statement to make.
It's a huge step up.
I think that's a big statement.
Luto Machida
You
himself.
don't think Mikey is a big step up from?
No, he is a big step.
It's a massive step.
I think
but
Davies got the tools to give trouble to anyone.
Yeah.
So I think if he keeps his range, if he keeps his range and throws that jab out and dictates it,
it's so long.
But at the same time, Mikey knows what he's got to do. Davies knows it's going to be a good fight. I think Davies on points.
Do you think Davies will get tired before Mikey?
No.
No, I don't.
Davies been in there for.
I think they're both last. I think they both.
He's fit.
Yeah, I think they're both last. I think it'll be a really good fight.
Has he gone 3 rounds at all in this camp?
I don't know what's we don't know what's in Mikey's tank, but I know he can box.
Yeah.
It's going to be good.
I think he'd be comfortable in
I'm
it.
sure he's boxed before.
Yeah, he's done training. I don't think he's had many fights, if any. He's done sparring and that before. But he's very good. But I just think Davies with the reach.
Whoever implements a game plan, I think.
And his ridiculous amount of sparring in comparison. It's the sparring as well. Davies constantly sparring.
Yes.
I've seen so many. He's probably the most rounds I've seen Davies. Davies always in his sparring.
Well, his afternoons every other week, but when he can make it, he's always in the ring.
Well, let's be
When I've
honest,
been at Davies, he's always
we
been
chucked
in his
Davies in
sparring.
with Stewart, and he gives Stewart
Don't
the
mind.
fight back.
Yeah,
Yeah, of course he did.
It's a nice opponent to have because it gives you something different.
Stewart's never fought anybody like
Yeah,
that.
it does definitely.
But he
give you
was
something
nervous about going in there. He was just like, why? You got to reach on him. Use it, and he did.
So
and if
I-
he does it on the night, I think he wins on points.
I'm
easy.
going to go Davies on points. You going on that?
Davies on points, yeah.
Yeah, I'll go Davies on points.
different. Wow. I don't think we ever agreed. It's
You
much
go
on
with Davies on
points.
points,
Yeah, I
yeah.
said Davies on points. Yeah.
The problem is we've been wrong so many times in the past, all of us.
Yeah, maybe
But
we'll get better.
It could be on any one of these fights where we could easily be wrong. Let's be honest.
Yeah, they're well matched
So
up.
this one is being all over Facebook. It nearly escalated into a brawl Sunday night at the weigh-in. They wind each other up. At first it's banter, and then
At first they were very respectful.
Yeah.
Breaking point there.
But now they've got to a point where they push each other's buttons so much that they nearly fight. They were nearly brawling on Sunday night. And that's Sean Bowen and Nathan who wins. And then the next day, obviously, they start off friends again, and then they wind each other up, and then
That's what it's all about, though. That's
But
what we
Bowen
want.
wants to knock him out. He's openly said that to me.
When I did the interview with Nathan up in the Cavartha Park, Nathan's very confident in his skills. And I actually watched some of his sparring he's done over in Planet Fitness, and he looks really good. Looks better than what he's done in the gym. I don't know if that's going to...
Perhaps he's hiding what he can do.
I don't think he's hiding what he can do, but he's... I think over there he's with his friends.
He's more comfortable.
He's more comfortable. Whereas when he's at the gym with us, he's got a lot of eyes on him.
He's going to have the biggest fan base in the...
He's very
He's bringing a lot
big
of
following. Big following. And we've seen how that helped Luke Jones in the last event. He had a big crowd with him.
Yeah.
And it just...
It will
drives you
definitely...
on.
Well, they're friendly
And
anyway,
if it's a close fight as well, and the ref is sort of leaning one way, the crowd makes a difference. I found in previous events anyway that the crowd do tend to, if the ref does lean towards the crowd.
But look at the Merthyr crowd last time, let's be honest. It was very good.
Couldn't calm down.
No, just agreeing with them, just agreeing with what you were saying. The crowd was there.
Wonder it's taking so long.
Did Nathan Wells have a let's talk, Jess, or
You what?
did he have a let's talk, or?
He done an interview over in Cavartha Park. I spoke to him about his struggles of his life.
Really
lost his
Very
mother.
good one.
Lost his mother 3 years ago. He's been through a hell of a lot. He's a very nice boy, and he's took a lot of anxiety going into this event, and it's something he's really wanted to do for a while. And he's put absolutely everything into it. He's trained 6 days a week.
He's lost weight as well. You can see he looks in much better shape.
Yeah.
I spoke to him, and he went for a run with one of the last competitors, Luke Jones. He went for a run, I don't know where around, I think it was like Cavartha Park, somewhere in the guy. Went, did a lap, we couldn't do a lap.
Yeah, he said that to me.
And supposedly he's come on leaps and bounds. He's been trained since February. So
Can't fault there.
he's put on a lot of effort, and he's really up for this fight.
Whereas Bowen, quite
But,
the opposite.
But the interview will come out either tonight or tomorrow, or Sean, with his podcast. It'll probably come out before this podcast comes out.
So I've
Sean's
read it,
interview, and you'll see a different side of Sean of how confident and actually how much he's willing to go in there and really do some damage. I know it's a white collar event, but this is a competitive sport. Boxing can be a brutal sport.
Especially in front of a crowd. Nobody wants to lose. Everyone wants to go in there with an impressive...
And he's coming off a lot. He's coming off a lot.
He's got a lot to prove, hasn't he?
Yeah.
I think who wins is very much like Spoony in terms he comes in low with his guard up high.
Technically
And he
wise, so I
leans
think
in.
Spoony might be a little bit better.
Yeah, technically, but I think what caused Bowen problems in the last fight was Spoony was leaning in on him, hard to hit. So when
making it hard.
when he was throwing, he was landing on gloves, and it's taking energy out of Bowen. And when Spoony's leaning in on him, it's taking energy out of him. And that was Bowen with 8 weeks. Full camp. He's now only had 3 weeks, and Nathan is going to probably do something similar. He's going to lean on him, try and tire him out. Bowen's a better boxer. I don't think there's any argument about that.
Do you think?
Yeah, I think technically Bowen's very
I
good.
think the differences in this fight between I know Spoony and Ewan's got a similar sort of the height and not so much weight, but height. I think who wins?
He's strong.
He's going to be more coming. He's going to be coming forward a lot more than Spoony. Spoony was more technically defence and sort of just catching parties and sort of throwing. You're going to see a lot more output from Hewins, in my opinion. Younger, more explosive, in my opinion. And with Sean Bowen, with who wins his defence, it's not going to be as tight as Spoonie's. So we're going to see a lot more actions. Bowen's going to throw a lot more shots, and they're going to be catching clean on who wins Joe, in my opinion.
He's got a lot of power, Bowen, as well. I watched him on the pads yesterday or the day before.
Yeah.
He's quite sharp.
You've got to love a bit of bad blood in a fight.
How do you see it go, Jess? Prediction?
I think it's going to be a very, very close fight. But I think who wins on the decision. Very split decision.
I'm going to go Bowen decision.
Just purely on the fact that he's trained alone.
I think Bowen might stop him. I think Bowen might stop him.
Yeah?
Yeah, I think if Hewins can get in close and lean on him and tie him out, I don't think Bowen is in any fit. He's not as fit as he was in the last camp. He couldn't get the 3 rounds properly. I know he did go 3 rounds with Booney, but he was very, very tired in the third. So if Nathan does lean on him and tire him out, I think Nathan probably has a big chance to beat him. But I think I watched Bowen on the pads last night, and like you said, he probably is going to clip Nathan more than he was able to do with Spooney. He's got a lot of power there. He's with Bristol tonight, doing some work. Yeah, so Bristol's a good man to have.
Bowen is a tasty boy, like, and
he
he's hard.
He does.
And he's not.
And that will
If
bring
Nathan can take Bowen's best shot early, I think that'll help his confidence.
But we've seen who wins taking Bristol shots and coming in and getting on the inside.
Yeah.
I think with Bowen,
And if he can do that, then he can definitely do it against Bowen.
Yeah, I think with Bowen, I think he's got the most to prove out of everyone.
I'm torn on this fight. I lean one way or
I'm
the other
very
every
torn.
day.
I'm very torn. I wouldn't be surprised if anything happens in this fight. I wouldn't be surprised if who wins knocks him out,
I
Bowen
think
knocks him out, or it's a tight decision.
The main thing is they're 100% going to have a beer after. And
I
shake
really
hands
like these
regardless.
guys.
Do you think there could be a rematch off the back of this?
Because I really
It's
like
just that sort of fight, isn't it?
I absolutely love these two boys. They're brilliant boys.
Yeah.
I really love them.
It's been a great build-up, hasn't it?
I've loved doing all the media with them both. They've been fucking top gents, like, and I love it. I love the animosity.
You need a bit of that going in.
But you know they'll have
It's
the
been
respect.
better. It's been
yeah.
better than Johnny and Gregory. It's been better.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, 100%.
That was good. That
was good.
That was a
I
bit
think it's been
one-sided though, wasn't it? Johnny just was a bit quiet.
He was
just
ready.
wanted to kill him.
He
Like,
wanted to go, but
he didn't
held
want to get
himself
sucked
back.
into that world, like the fucking trash talk.
But I think we could see a rematch off the back of this, because I think whoever loses is going to feel really disappointed, and they're going to have a point.
Do you think
Bowen was disappointed.
Do you think
in his
Bowen
last
will have pressure on him?
Well, it is massive pressure.
I think
0-2 is it?
I think even if Bowen loses this fight, I think we could see him come back again, because I think he likes fighting.
Yeah. He could definitely come back again.
Yeah, I said that you feel like you have something to prove. He said, yes, definitely. But this time around, I'm going out to show everyone what I'm really capable of. So,
And he is capable of a lot more than what we see.
Do you think being friendly with Spoonie
Probably, yeah.
Because this time it is a bit more volatile.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot more action.
Yeah.
This could potentially fight then.
What was your prediction on the last fight, Sam?
As much as Bowen's not going to be happy, I haven't gone for him again. As the last one I played Buddy Spooney, I'm going who wins.
So that's 3. Do you go wins?
No, I went. Yeah, I go who wins.
If who wins,
I was
I
only
think
winning
with
for
the
Bowen
the
last time as
crowd-
well. I put
I-
a curse on him.
if who wins has started training since
the
February.
Drake,
I'm just saying, if who wins has been training since February, he's put his all into it. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
He was saying to me the other day, like on the way in night, is the first time he's had a drink in like 8 weeks or
You
whatever.
could tell because he's fucking hammered.
You know what I mean? That's some commitment, that is, not to have nothing for that long. He was saying like his diet has changed. He's training 6 times a week.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You
This
can't-
fight I'm really looking forward to as well,
Yeah.
guys.
As long as his mind is where his body is on the night, I think he wins.
Yeah. We see. I think Bowen.
Bowen's not gonna be happy, or because
I'm going Bowen.
I think, like you said, the crowd with who wins. I think
it
if
could,
it's a close fight,
it could
I
tilt
think it
in
could
who wins
sway.
way, but I think Bowen, if he is able to land, he's gonna beat me.
Anyway, boys, let's wrap to the next one. This is a fight I'm most looking for.
Yeah,
This is
I'm
a
definitely
fight of
looking
the
forward to
night.
this.
This is gonna be a
Fireworks.
cracker.
This
I
is
mean,
the best fight ever possibly made on TV.
But I honestly think this is going to be one of those Rocky moments. Do you
Just
know where they both
insane.
come at each other, and I think they both just going to
Smash
clean
each
each other
other.
out.
It's because I know what both of them are capable of,
Yeah.
especially Jesse,
So Rob Powell versus Jesse James,
and
guys.
because he's got.
I think Rob Powell's definitely underestimating Jesse in this one.
Because he's the best name.
Rob Powell.
You don't have a clue what's going to hit them.
No,
That's-
but he
that's-
doesn't.
You haven't got a clue.
And he hasn't been to as much as last
But
time.
you know
It's
what?
another
Jesse don't know what Rob's capable of. He
No,
hasn't got a clue.
yeah,
what's
I
gonna
know.
hit. So this fight is
It's
going to
gonna
be
be class,
mental.
isn't it?
It's going to be a very, very good fight, boys. I think
Jesse thinks Jesse probably thinks I'm going to slay everybody like you smash him to bits. And Rob is probably thinking the same. Rob
Yeah.
probably smashes.
Rob's just like,
he's
who's
probably
They're just mirror image, isn't it? They're just the mirror of
do
each
you know what
other.
they like? They're
quite
like
similar.
looking at each other 10 years apart.
Yeah, it probably is.
Fighting terms.
The weigh-in was tasty. I mean, that was the first time they've ever met. You know,
And they've threw each other tops each other.
threw it tops each other, screaming at each other. I mean,
Biting each other's necks elegantly.
Them two will be best buddies.
yeah. Rob was outside then saying he's going to spark him out. He's like, Jesse's little bum, I'm going to spark him out and that. So, you know, and all Jesse's mates, I think Jesse's
he was steaming at that point, John.
He was. No,
We
but
put
that's...
that up. I was fucking wrong. We put up that. We totally fucking took advantage of Rob. Mate. He was out on his heels.
He's so
at the end of the
funny.
night, Josh Conroy pulls his fucking phone out, starts taking videos. I was
That's
against
exactly
that
what he
video.
said, but he's 6 o'clock when he fucking come, yeah. So I just
So
said,
there's a
say
jet.
that again, I said. Say that again.
Yeah, that's
Now,
right.
Rob...
Because I love Jesse, he's so fiery, he's a lovable
He is.
character.
Like, he's definitely got a problem with
His performance
gum
rate
shield
the
though.
way in. Yeah, that's what could
Definitely
be
got a
his
problem.
downfall. Because he keeps spitting it out and it's choking him.
Oh, you see it?
Is he going to be... if that's
3
happening
rounds
on the
doing
night,
that,
you
he
know,
could struggle like.
and Rob, you know, if he's
Rob is-
choking and Rob comes in and bangs him, it's fucking not going to be
If
nice.
he's spitting his fucking
You
gum
know
shit
what,
out.
Jesse's just got that killer instinct. There.
Yeah.
And it just-
He is the real
So he's
Stone
like-
Cold
It's going to be the
killer.
best 30 seconds ever, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's going to
Better
be...
than you and
What's
Jess.
the one off Snatch? What's the one off
You know I don't think 30 seconds, man.
What's the one who Brad Pitt plays in Snatch?
Brad Pitt.
He Bulmers, mate, fucking hell.
Who? One Bulmer.
One ball with an Eddie.
No, so I'll give us your predictions then, boys. There's going to be an absolute war for round 1, and then how do we see it going after
I
that?
reckon they're going to drop each other. I think it's going to be a rocky
So
moment.
who wins though? Who climbs the rope on the count of 9 and the other one's still out cold?
If Jesse can control his breathing and not feeling sick all the way through it, I'm going to go Jesse just because how fiery he is. But if he starts being sick in round 1 after 30 seconds of both of them going at each other and Kai going, Rob's going to win, isn't he?
Yeah. If
That's
Jesse
just-
lasts 3 rounds, I'll go Jesse. If he doesn't,
Yeah.
Rob Howell.
Really?
Yeah.
Totally opposite. I think I like both these boys. I especially like Jesse. I've watched him grow up. I mean, nice boy, really nice boy. But if Joe what, Jesse James could easily knock him out in the first round. We've seen that type of just that,
Yeah, because he is
that
30
quick power.
seconds. Fucking all on
You see
his
what he done to Ramsey? He split Ramsey's out.
Rob hasn't been training for the late weeks. He's had a lot of issues, and he might not be on fucking point in our ring on Saturday. He's fighting boys 10 years is difference, and this boy.
So
has
unpredictable, isn't he?
He's very fast, very unpredictable.
Yeah.
And he could,
Jesse's a counter puncher.
He could absolutely spark.
And
next
Rob
week.
comes forward with a jab a lot. I think
But,
Jesse could be countering the jab and banging the right hook over the
He's
top.
like a little whippet, but he's just around that ring.
But
Just
I'll be honest, I don't see him beating Rob
No,
on Saturday.
I agree.
Really don't see it.
I think Jesse, like you said,
Unless the grit and determination comes out to Jesse's boots on Saturday and just fucking gets through him 3 rounds and somehow pulls it off in front of all his friends. He knows, the thing with Jesse, he knows all his friends are watching on Saturday and he's got a big reputation.
Yeah, exactly. I think he's that type of person to just
He knows,
just go out and do it.
he knows,
All
he,
or
can't
nothing,
lose,
yeah.
he knows he can't lose this fight.
I think
Sticking
Jesse
up
being
for
a
Jesse.
counter puncher will start quick because Rob obviously doesn't know anything about him. I think Rob will start off coming at him, throwing the jab out like he always does, and when he feels Jesse countering, I think Rob might back off a little bit and just box. I think you know, Rob wanting to go out and put out a statement early, he'll think, hang on,
Might be
I'm not going to do that now because he's clipping me, and I think we'll see Rob step up and just outbox him because Jesse hasn't got much boxing experience.
Yeah.
He's very good for someone who hasn't got much boxing experience,
And he might get frustrated.
but Rob has, and Rob's been in there in front of the crowd before. He's done
He's had a few fights as well.
you know,
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I don't think I don't know if, like you're saying, if Rob does like use his head and think, oh, the soakies up, put my gloves up. But I don't know if Rob Powell will want that. I don't know if he'll want to
come in.
He's
He'll come in against
he's a boxer, you know.
yeah, but
Yeah,
he's
he
the type
knows,
of guy
he
who,
knows.
yeah, but he is the guy out there usually in the ring.
In the
that comes
last
at
camp,
people.
If
and-
Jesse starts abroad,
in
you
the
think
last
he'd be
camp,
sucked
nobody
into...
wanted the Rob Powell fight.
No.
Nobody wanted the until Johnny Chapel was like, he was sending me videos, give me the Rob Powell fight. I said, you've never seen
So
fucking
good,
box.
like,
I said, I've
yeah.
never seen you box. Can't just check in with Rob Powell. He's like, give me the fucking Rob Powell fight. And I thought Johnny won that fight. Oh no, so that just shows how good Johnny is. But I think Rob, you know, the fact that nobody wanted the fight, and when he did turn up to sparring at the start of this camp, he looked a different animal.
Yeah,
What we've seen
Rob
here.
looked a
He
different animal.
looked like he was someone with a point to prove. You know, and I
Very.
think
I was watching him on.
Jesse could be on the
I think
end of
that
that.
drove
but-
off him. Do you think I'd draw bottom against
Well,
Johnny?
perhaps the fact that Johnny's now got a fight with Chris Briscoe and Rob sort of fighting Jesse, maybe, I don't know. But he looked like he had a point to prove and he wanted to get up there. And I think, although I think Jesse's very good, I think Rob might just be a bit too much for him. But Jesse will come again. He's young. He's got a lot to, and he's going to be very good.
Give Jesse 8 weeks.
He'd be very
full
good.
fitness. He's going to be class, isn't he?
Very good. But it could go. He could spark Rob, like you said, in the first 30 seconds, and we could have one of the shocks of the night. Well, it wouldn't even be a shock to us, but I think for Rob's fans, it would be, Rob's mates, it would be. I think it's a contender for fight of the night.
I think it'd be the best.
It's one you don't want to miss.
I think it's going to be fight of the night.
Yeah.
Because most fighters are going to come out and they're going to start jabbing. I think not all of them, but I think this fight will literally be.
Yeah.
Everyone's saying Bristol Chapel's a fight of the night, and I can't blame them for saying that.
And it's a fight that I'm really looking forward to. Johnny Chappell, Chris Briscoe.
Quality matchup.
How do you see it going, boys?
Johnny Chappell's obviously got that. He's definitely going to have the fitness in this fight, and he's going to have the output.
Confidence as well.
I spoke to him when I was filming him recently, and he was saying, I don't want to give off too much because I know he wants to keep him to himself, but he's been doing a lot of like muscular endurance type workouts, a lot of repetitions. I was going to say repetition. He's doing like lots of repetition workouts, really working on his volume for this fight. Possibly, he's probably seen Chris. Has he seen any Chris Bristol's fight?
I don't think he would have seen him fight Gia, but he would have seen him sparring, I think.
Yeah, and with Chris Briscoe, he brings a lot of power for his size, but he's an in and out fighter. Only due to the fact of his fitness at the moment, I think.
Is Chris outboxing him for 2 rounds? Johnny's going to walk forward, isn't he? He's going to try and walk Chris down, 100%.
And that is honestly the best game plan.
Yeah, it is against Chris, because
Really
Chris likes to counter. Chris is a counter puncher.
Yeah.
So that's a good game plan from Johnny.
And he likes using his distance Bristol when he's using them bursts to come into distance and really do some damage in them distance.
I think Chris has got so much power though, for even though he's got a weight disadvantage, I think he's got enough power to make up for that.
I think he's just confident in the way he places his punches.
Yeah,
I think he's,
he throws very good combinations, he throws some mad angles as well. He's very unpredictable really. And I think he wins the first 2 rounds, and then I think he's going to have to weather a Johnny Chappell storm. I think Johnny's going to go back to the corner. They're going to say, look, you need to win, you need to stop him to win. And he's going to come after Chris with everything he got. And Chris is probably going to be tiring.
It's a great fight.
Will he stop? Will Johnny stop him?
Can we see another draw?
I just can't see Chris being stopped. I think Johnny will definitely win the last round.
He's too much of a good boxer to be stopped in this fight.
He's clever, isn't he? I mean, Gia didn't stop him. Gia has gone on to
Bristol's
big things.
been watching a lot of boxing. He's been doing a lot of boxing for a long time.
It's a very good fight. It's whether Chris can get the distance, and whether he can handle the bigger man walking him down in it, and get his shots off when someone's constantly on you. It's a good fight, I think. Fight. I'm gonna go Bristol.
Possibly the best fight of the night.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Bristol, but I wouldn't be surprised at all if Johnny.
Very looking forward to
Johnny.
You literally took the words out of my mouth. I think Chris wins the first 2 rounds, and I think Johnny knows he's gonna have to knock him down to get that win.
Bristol definitely.
I don't think Chris gets knocked down though.
I think even Bristol would agree with you that he'd probably struggle in the later rounds.
I think get knocked down.
Really?
No, not early.
Because of Chris's power.
I could see him maybe like second round. I could see him going down.
Yeah.
Just not like a proper knockdown. Like maybe
stumble off balance.
Johnny, I've done a lot of sparring. So I can see Chappell's timing being out a little bit in certain spots.
That's why the sparring's key.
I think that's one of Chris's strengths as well.
Yeah, that was one thing I don't know if I agreed with Chappell not doing any sparring for this contest. You always got to have a bit of sparring.
It was strange.
Unless you've had to, I know boxers and I know UFC fighters, and like for instance Joe Cowboy Cerrone, who does UFC, he's fought 40-50 professional fights, but he doesn't do no sparring now. He doesn't need to have some experience. Johnny hasn't got enough experience to be no sparring in these events, especially against somebody like Bristol.
So you
timing. Yeah, I do. I think Bristol is comfortably going to win the decision.
The thing with Johnny is he could have been doing his sparring now, get his confidence up as well. So I mean, that's
getting used to distance as well.
I think he's a very confident guy anyway.
But you find your weaknesses in sparring. Do you know what I mean? That's where you find out where you.
Even when you get beat, in sparring, you learn a lot.
That's why Johnny found out his weaknesses in the raw power fight, but his flair and natural abilities.
Do you think? I mean, in terms of the crowd and boxing with the crowd, Johnny's a showman. He's in a band. He wants freeze under lights.
You can't touch his confidence.
But do you think Chris, who maybe does get a little bit nervous before fights.
Yeah,
Do you think Chris could perhaps freeze that little bit on the
He's
ring?
done enough now.
He's only had 2 fights, man.
Chris,
he-
I think Chris was worried against Skia. I think he said that.
Because
But
of
I
his
think-
power.
Yeah, but I think against Johnny, I think he'd be a bit more confident. He's been in it before.
I think he's going to be nervous riding into Bristol's performance, 100%.
Only
But I
because
think Chappell's going to be
only because-
evenly as nervous.
only because his commitment, though. I think
Because
nothing to do with
Brist-
skill.
They know
how good.
Yeah,
he knows
each
how good
other,
Bristol
yeah,
is.
of course.
Bristol's a very good boxer, and
Just-
he's strong as well.
It's definitely respectful.
So,
around there.
are you going Bristol
I'm
as
going
well?
Bristol points. Yeah, I am.
We're all going Bristol? Right, fucking
Main
Okay,
event.
the main event
There we go.
for the WWCB Championship.
Let's get ready to rumble.
Samuel Akintoy, the challenger, takes on Stuart Wilkins, the champion.
Typical boxer versus.
It's very split in the gym, this, and I don't think Stuart likes the fact that it's quite split.
Put up a post yesterday.
Saying he can't wait to shut everybody up on Saturday night and things like that.
The thing is, Sam's giving everyone a reason
Yeah.
Yeah.
to say Sam could win
I
this
don't
fight.
think Stewart.
I think it's very harsh just to say Sam is just a big puncher. I think he's come on a lot in
You've
training.
seen his
He's
head.
mo-
You've seen the head
Yeah,
movement.
he moves well.
Definitely
Feel
gone
good,
on
his
a lot.
movement.
He's got everything. Everything
his
is
technical
locked
ability has come on a lot. I think
Is-
when he started, he was obviously a big puncher because of his size, but he's come
We
on
didn't
a
really
lot
see
in
that, did we,
training.
on the last camp? We didn't really see the power. We knew it was
No,
there.
I think
We
he was
see on the
afraid to
bags and the
throw
pad.
it because obviously Anthony was so good in
And I
getting out
think
of the way.
like he said to me, you know, when you was mentioned first of all about the matchup between the pair of them, and even then, even though how good Stuart is, he was still a bit. I don't know if I can go again. I'm bigger than him, and I can't hit him as hard. And I was thinking,
Yeah.
That's what Sam said about
Sam
Stuart.
was
Do you
saying
think he
could
pulls
hit
punches,
No,
but
Stuart, yeah, he was saying
He
like,
said, 'cause I'm bigger
obviously
than
he's
him, I
bigger
can't
than
hit
him.
him
Like,
as hard.
obviously he's bigger than Stuart, so he was worried about hitting him hard, and I was like,
He's not that much bigger, is he?
But
Yeah.
since we, he is.
Well, stone distance.
Stone and a half, I think, yeah, stone, yeah.
I think.
But I think now, we
strength-wise,
said to Sam, look, you're going to have to let your hands go, and I think since we said that, he's been a different animal. He's been unbelievable, that, you know, from where he's come to where he is now, and I think this went from people.
Sam's very motivated.
I think this went from people
I mean,
originally
Stu is
thinking.
equally as motivated now. In the past
Yeah.
2 weeks.
Oh, yeah, I think it's
we've
driven
seen
him.
a different Stuart.
Yeah.
again.
People-
I mean, Stuart's gone on to the next level. Do you see him how crispy he was on pads?
Yeah, he
this
looks
week?
really good.
Yeah,
And
I think
he
that's
looked very,
Tuesday.
He looked very.
I think that's because people lean into Sam,
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
pushing him
'cause
further.
what
I think they're being
always
invested.
had, Stuart always had everyone saying, "No, Stuart will win that fight
Yeah.
easy. Stuart will win that fight."
When it was
easy."
made, everyone thought, oh, it's an easy points victory for Stuart. Exactly like Gavin Price, easy points victory. I think now
I
people
thought
are,
it.
yeah, now people are seeing, you know, the footage of Sam and people are going in the ring with Sam and seeing how much power and movement he's got.
Yeah, it was all due to what changed my mind was the sparring with Anthony Trow that night. We seen Stuart. I think it was a confidence issue. He's going in with a professional boxer.
Yeah.
Who's obviously quite intimidating going in there for your first time against a professional boxer who's on you and putting pressure on you. Stu was giving him a lot of respect, and that's very, that's fair enough.
Yeah,
to me.
exactly, yeah.
And he gave him a lot of respect, and he was in the corner a lot. But fucking hell, that was against Anthony Trow. These two, but then you've seen Sam and didn't give Anthony a lot of respect and really
Let go.
let go. And then Anthony thought, "Fuck, I'm in a fight." Yeah. And it was
Yeah.
quite competitive until Anthony started really pushing the
Yeah,
pressure.
I don't think he went
and he
100%
and he
like
put
that.
Sam down, but I seen him. I
down?
saw that. Yeah, he put
Not
him down.
literally.
He did. He dropped him a body shot. Dropped Sam in a body shot.
No, he didn't go down.
but
He did.
I don't remember that.
He dropped him
I
a
think
body
he
shot.
hurt him. He
was
didn't
on-
put
he
him
was on
down
the
though.
floor.
Oh, that was
He hit him in
after
the body
sparring.
shot.
That was
He
when he
huh?
jumped up the ring and he's on the floor.
He's lying on the floor.
No, he was in the ring.
Was
He-
that Sam?
Yeah,
Somebody
Sam
else? No,
McIntyre.
somebody else
He
went
caught
down.
him with a body shot and he went down.
No, I think that was someone else.
There was nobody else looked like Sam
Dreamt it, or?
in the. But it was.
No, I know the moment you're on about. I can't remember who
I
it
don't think he
was.
went
Caught him with a body shot.
Yeah, and he went and Ryan went, ooh, and he took a knee.
Yeah, took a knee. Yeah,
I
that's
don't
going
think-
down.
No, but I don't think
Yeah,
I
but
don't think it was Sam.
or-
That's
it
what I'm
was
saying.
someone else.
No, I don't think it was Sam.
It was.
No, there wasn't.
No.
I didn't watch him. I only watched him spar Stu and Sam because I was doing all interviews.
And 100% confident with Sam.
Yeah, I don't think it was Sam.
I'm sure I seen that. Pretty certain.
I'd like to know who that was now because I remember the moment of it happening, and I remember someone taking
I
a
didn't
knee.
watch. I didn't watch him sparring with Yas. I'm confident he dropped Sam
You
in
sure?
the last round. In the last round, when Sam was slowing down, Anthony caught him with a body shot at Price.
Oh, you definitely
that's
didn't move.
That's not relevant.
No,
to
it
this
isn't
fight
relevant.
whatsoever.
No.
Sam, I think Sam has come on leaps and
So
bounds.
prediction time.
I've been changing my mind for the past 2 weeks on this fight,
Yeah.
Not me.
and I don't even know what to do now. I honestly don't know who's going to win this fight.
I'm going to go Stuart purely on the basis of what I seen last Tuesday against Jesse James. I thought the Stewart I've seen up until then was quite lethargic, not as fast on his feet, not as fast with the combos. But I think against Jesse, I know Jesse's a lot smaller than Sam, but I've really seen. I think we're going to see a much better Stewart this time around than we did in the last event.
100%.
Is it going to be too?
And I think it needs to be a better.
Well, we're going to
Stewart.
see a 300 times better Sam McIntyre.
Yeah.
Is it going to be two ways? Could Sam knock him down? Fucking hell, Jess.
I think
Could
it's hard.
Sam knock him down?
And then still come back.
If he does, Sam doesn't, I think if it goes all the way, I think Stewart on points.
Yeah.
That's how I see it, because Stewart's very clever.
I think it's harsh
He's a
on
very
Stewart in the
intelligent
gym
boxer.
because I think when he's in the gym, obviously not people ain't at his level, and when he's sparring, I think he's obviously not going 100%.
Yeah.
100%.
So I think when he comes up against people like Anthony Trow and he's getting tested, I think that's bringing best out of him. I think that's when we've seen him come on a bit.
He's
towards
really
the
wound
later.
up.
Yeah, towards the later in the camp.
Because people are doubting him.
Yeah.
You know, he sees it, I think, as a
Insult.
really, because he's.
I don't think he should be
He's
though,
only down to
because
the-
No, he
Sam
shouldn't, but
is
that's
very
way,
good.
I think that's the way he is though.
Stewart is looking at the Sam of the old Sam
Yeah.
when he was popping him off of the jab and making him look silly. And I don't think Stewart's fully
Yeah,
come
I
to
don't-
terms
Do
without
you think he's
the Sam.
underestimated? Do you think he's underestimated?
I don't think he's,
100%.
I don't think. No, I honestly
think he is.
think. I honestly think.
Do you think in the last
Stewart's
few
a
weeks
little
he's
bit worried.
realised now,
I think
now
s-
what he's in with?
I think Stewart's confidence, abilities, and I think it's a little bit a mixture of why are you picking Sam. Yeah, I think it's like disrespect because Sam wasn't because he just didn't do
He is
anything
coming
in the
off a
last
loss,
fight.
but he
yeah.
has come on a
Because he
bit.
didn't do anything in the last fight, and because Stu done well in his last fight, he's like, why are you
Yeah.
comparing me to Sam?
Yeah.
But he don't like the fact of how good Sam has become, I think.
Yeah, he has come on.
But that's what makes this fight brilliant.
Yeah.
They
And I
both-
like this
they-
side of Stu. I like seeing this side of Stu.
I love watching this.
And Sam is.
He's really
like,
come
you know,
out
speaking to
the way he
Sam,
pushed. The way he
he's
pushed
very
Sam
confident
away
as well.
He's well.
Oh, he's up for
There's a
it.
bit
Sam's
of
very
there's a bit of animosity
Yeah.
in this fight.
Yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
don't think so much from Sam, but from Stu. There's a
No,
bit
but
of
Sam is
animosity.
like, when you speak to him privately, he said, like, I've got a game plan. I know exactly what I'm going in to
very,
do.
he's a very quiet, confident.
And he said
fighter.
he said something along the lines of if Stewart wants to be the aggressor, it's a bad idea.
Lights out.
I don't know if he said like.
Oh,
Lights
100%.
lights
I don't
emoji,
think-
that there was.
I don't think
Lights.
Stewart's going to go after Sam.
Stewart
That'd
can't
be
be
a bad.
throwing.
Yeah.
Stewart can't be throwing.
No,
big
he's got to be
combos in
smart
this
and
fight.
technical.
He's
But
gonna have- he's gonna have to
Stewart-
use- he's
Stewart
gonna have to-
is-
I think Stewart wants to stop Sam to really prove a point.
I
It's
think
not-
that would be a
it's
bad
not gonna
idea.
happen.
No.
It's not going to happen.
I think that'd be stupid. Thing is, right, I don't think
If
he
he
will
does
because
that,
Stewart's clever.
Stewart's in for a world of pain if he goes in for the
Yeah,
kill on Sam.
I agree.
Because Sam is just too powerful. He needs to box smart, use
Yeah.
his technical skills that he's learned. over his
12
past-
boxing, get out the way.
Yeah.
Stewart's learned massive technical differences from the last fight, I imagine. He's been in with his friend.
Owen, yes, Owen,
He's
yeah.
been doing a lot of work
He looks
with
good
him.
on the pads, I
And he's
think.
looking good.
Really good.
So if he uses everything he's learned,
He'll win the fight.
He's
most
putting
certainly.
together.
he can fight- he
It's
can
just
win the
putting
fight.
together on fight
but
night,
you can't count out Sam. He is very dangerous at the moment. And he could do
Off the
serious-
back of a
he could
loss,
do
he
serious
wants.
damage. He could do serious
He
damage
really,
on Sam.
really wants this win. He doesn't want to go Norton 2.
We could see Sam just absolutely annihilate Stewart. We could. He could go in there and absolutely annihilate him.
Clean
Could
him out
Anthony
inside.
Joshua the
In
fuck out
30
Yeah.
seconds. But I don't know.
25 seconds?
25?
No.
No, the thing is Sam goes in here and gives him what Sam can do with his big right.
It's a brilliant
Let's be honest, if Sam catches anybody with what he's got,
He
they
could clean him out,
They're
maybe.
going down.
Could.
But I think the
Come
ring
on,
is
we
big
want-
enough for
I-
Stu
yeah.
to box well, get in the
I
jab.
don't think Stu will let her get to that.
Well, so when I was speaking to Stewart, he said he's got a round to knock me out. After that, he hasn't
Yeah.
got a chance. He's got
Potentially.
one round to knock me out, and that's it.
Yeah, I think he have. I think he's
And
got.
he's probably
round and
Sam's
half.
fit, see?
Sam is
Three
fit. Sam is
predictions
He's
fit.
not, he's
then,
not
or-
like he's
Sam
not
is
like,
fit, he's
like
been
Gav
training.
Price was tough as fucking nails, right? But he wasn't
Stewart
as
was
fit
calm.
as Sam. And I think whereas Gav might have slowed down after round one, and Stewart and the punches weren't really hurting Stewart after that.
Stewart, this might be his hardest fight he's ever
I think
had.
it probably is.
I don't know about his ex-opponents. He might be
Yeah,
good,
I
but
don't know, but we'll find out Saturday night. But
Honestly, I wish I could watch it now. I'm that excited.
I'm going to go Stewart on points. I think as long as he boxes cleverly win. I think if he does win it as the aggressor, Sam's going to knock him out.
there's going to be some hairy moments in it, and I
Yeah.
think Sam could do anything in that first round. He could do some serious damage, but if I had to see it, I can see Stu weathering it and getting the points decision.
You leaning towards Sam?
Well, I've already said my both ways. If Sam comes out and he's
Give a
catching.
decision. How do you see it? There's only one winner on the night.
Well, look, I've seen it both ways. It depends how it goes. Like, I honestly can't say.
Could have just pick one.
But Stewart on points or Sam knocks him out. That's how I see it. I can't see it any other way.
Your splinters up your ass, but
Well, it's not.
sitting on the fence.
I give it a
Sam
decision
said
all
he
the way
wanted
through.
doing the next event, eh?
Yeah, I think he did actually.
He did, didn't
I will be doing the next event.
he? Yeah,
No,
but
Sam
Sam,
Adams
that's what I
wants
want
you
to
to
do.
Sam wants me. That'd be a big problem for him. there's no
Right,
one
well,
else.
how are you going, right?
I think Stewart uses the ring well, like you said, it's a bigger ring. I think even he uses the ropes in sparring. He
Does.
bounces
But
around
when he's on the
ropes.
ropes, his chin's up in the air, and if Sam lands when he's on the ropes and his chin's up in the air,
But I think
How cold?
he'll have to use his movement. But like you said, Sam's got a chance, every chance. It's 50-50 fight, some would say.
I hope,
I
hope
think
Stewart gives Sam the respect
if,
he
if
deserves
he,
in the
if he
fight.
goes in there and tries to knock Sam out, I think he could be in for a long night, like you said, boys. But
Stewart on points, I say.
yeah, but it's a fucking
I can't even give a
it's a
decision.
dangerous fight.
I can't even give a decision on it, honest to God. I can't. It'll be either one. It'll be Stewart points or Sam will win by too much power. That's it.
So yeah, thanks guys. That's a wrap then. Obviously 16 fights on the card. They'll kick off around 6 p.m. So make sure you get in plenty of time to get your drinks in, get your seats, and get ready for a night of absolute fucking carnage, really.
Best event we've ever had.
Yeah, it's going to be absolute fucking pandemonium down here. Can't wait for it.
If
So yeah,
anybody wants to sign up for the future events, just go to www.co.uk, thank you.
Big shout out to Lamsey.
And JJ Edits.
and Derby.